Hey everybody, welcome back. So we're doing something a little different today, and that is we are playing Crusader Kings 2. So I hope I've got the audio right. Didn't have a lot of time to mess with it, but if the music or if something else gets too loud, if someone would please tell me, I would appreciate it. Anyway, if you're not familiar with CK2, oh man, this is a complicated game. And the reason, well, first of all, I love the game, even though I'm terrible at it. I really like it, and I really want to be good at it, but I'm terrible. So, I don't know, I figured if I did a stream of it, maybe you guys would help me and tell me what I need to be doing and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I'm playing it on the stream right now. Because I want to get better and I want people to tell me what the hell's going on. I mean, I have a general idea, but I'm still not very good. Anyway, if you watched the series I did on my YouTube channel, I'm pretty much going to be doing the same kind of scenario here. We're going to do a custom game setup. So basically what I do is I go to Noob Island, which is Ireland. It's Noob Island because you don't have to deal with a lot, well, not too much aggression from other people because you're on an island. But there's still problems. And you basically pick your own objective. You know, whatever you want to do is kind of the winning condition for the game. And so what I generally try to do is turn Ireland into a single kingdom. Hey, Poco. Yeah, so generally what I try to do, again, is try to turn all of Ireland into a single kingdom, and that's what I'm going to try and do again. Okay, so I like to start around 1066, because things are really heating up around here at that time. We've got, obviously, the Norman invasion, where we've got William of Normandy, which I'm assuming, well, I guess Normandy... Is that not around yet at this time or something? I don't know, but it's somewhere in this region. But not only that, but we've got King Harold from Norway, who's trying to take England at the same time. So it's an exciting time. But anyway, so what I generally like to do is choose a duke so that I can start with 2 counties, basically. And see, this guy, I just really can't understand how to pronounce a lot of these Celtic names. But see, he's a petty king. That's because he has 2 different... he's got 2 different places here. And this Ragnvald or whatever, that's one of his vassals, and he's in charge over here. So anyway, we're going to go with the petty king, King Murchad or Murchad or whatever. And let's go ahead and get started. We're certainly not doing Iron Man mode, and we're not going to touch any of this stuff, basically. Alright, so we're going to start the game. And again, especially, hey, Poco, if the music is too loud, or if anything's too loud, if you'd let me know, I'd appreciate that. I think I got it to a decent level, but I really don't know. Fun fact, Norman is what the Europeans use as a nickname for Scandinavians, so Normandy is based Scandinavian. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I guess the bloodlines that lead to Normandy are all Scandinavian bloodlines. So William the Conqueror, of course, had that bloodline. And I think at this current time there was the Dane law. The Danes were in charge, basically, of most of England, I think, at the time. Oh, it is? Bucko? Good, thanks. Alright, so anyway, we have a bunch of things we have to do before we can get started. I like the diplomatic relations map view. So as you can see, these are my 2 places. And up here we got the things we need to take care of right away. I am unmarried. And we got these tutorials popping up because I just reinstalled the game. I'll just let them pop up for now. Right. Okay, so again, I'm unmarried, so I need to find a wife. And of course I want a wife that's going to complement my my initial stats here. So I'm pretty good at warfare, state stewardship, intrigue. I'm horrible at learning, so I wouldn't be a good tutor for children, and I'm horrible at diplomacy, so I would prefer a wife who's really good at diplomacy. And of course I can't marry beneath my rank without suffering a huge renown penalty, or prestige penalty. So I like to start with the princesses, and we're looking here at their different... What I can do is sort by diplomacy, because that's kind of what I think is most important. And so we've got this particular princess from Navarra, which is in Spain. And you can see she's got a fantastic diplomacy skill. So we got to look at this other stuff. Charismatic Negotiator is great. Wroth is not the best. Arbitrary is not the best. Honest is okay. Content's fine. She's also obviously in the line to the Kingdom of Navarra, so if I marry her, I could potentially have claims there, which I'm not really interested in, but it's possible. Other options. Yeah, she's a courtier, so that's not a good idea. Now, what you generally like is someone who's a Grey Eminence, so what I could do is search for that. I don't know how do they spell it. Do they spell it like that? Yeah. So there's only one Grey Eminence, and she's a courtier, so I don't want to marry her. But if I did, as you can see, her statesmanship is, she's fully mastered the art of diplomacy, so that would be fantastic. But again, I'm not going to marry beneath my station, so we're going to have to do away with the Grey Eminence, and so what we can do is maybe check for like a mastermind theologian. Is usually pretty good, but that's usually just for learning, not for diplomacy. So it looks like we're just going to have to basically choose either this way. Well, sometimes this happens and it gets all screwed up, which is what just happened. Let me reload this. I don't know why that happens. And as you can see, the game is paused, so time is not rolling here. All right. I think I want to go. Charismatic Negotiator is really good, obviously, because that makes that character good. Turn down your max volume a bit. Okay. Oh, where the hell are the options? I don't even know. It's been a while since I played this. I think I just hit escape. There we go. Let's turn our master down. I don't know why it does that. All right, let me know if that's a little better, if you would, Poco. All right, let's rearrange that again. I really don't mind these traits all that much. And this, of course, would give us a non-aggression pact with Navarra. So yeah, I think this is what we're going to do. I want to marry her. You know what I mean? So let me... This is her right here. Let's arrange marriage with me. Alright, so we gain 59 prestige from marrying into House Jimena, and 100 for marrying the relative of a king, which is always fantastic. So that's taken care of. Alright, I'm going to disable all hints. That's going to drive me nuts. Alright, so once we start time up and everything, you know, we'll get that marriage underway. Yeah, no, I agree, Poco. I love basically every grand strategy game that Paradox does, but I'm really bad at them, which is why I wanted to play it on stream so people like you, for example, could help me. Alright, so we took care of my marriage problem. Now I have an heir also. I have a son, and he's obviously the heir to the crown, and he needs a wife. Now if you look at his skills, he's almost kind of in the same boat as his father. So now we got to think, well, who's he going to marry? And in this case, I would probably... See, the Princess of Denmark is also... she's a legitimized bastard. We don't ever want that. That just leads to too many troubles. Too many problems. Oh, no good. Alright, now this... Oh, Midas Touched was something else I should have searched for. Thrifty Clerk is okay. She'd be good at stewardship. But I forgot to look for Midas Touched. Now, these are all their ranks are too low. Yeah, Poco, that's... I hope you will help me. So Midas Touch is really cool, but again, they're beneath my station, and I don't want to mess with that. So we'll just go back here. I think I did that same thing again. I don't want a legitimized bastard. That really sucks. Now, Skilled Tactician's cool, even though I already have a good martial skill. Shy's not so bad. Charitable's okay. Lustful is... eh. You know what? I don't really mind. So through myself, I'll have a claim on Navarra, and through my son, I could possibly have a claim on Hungary. Yeah, for sure, Poco. Hopefully we can both get better at this damn thing. Yeah, so I would choose the Princess of Denmark, but the legitimized bastard thing is that's too much trouble. That's too much trouble. Now, the Princess of Hungary, she's got decent marks. At least her learning is higher. I mean, that'll come in handy. Now, if you hadn't noticed, my son... He's got Tough Soldier, which is great, but he's also gluttonous, which, as you can see, causes problems. Hey, Adderla. Wroth, which I don't really mind. And then Humble is okay, and Diligence okay. So, really the worst we have here is Lustful. So we'll be alright. We'll actually be a pretty dominant military force, which is what I'm going to need to take over the islands. So, that's alright. Yeah. Yeah, alright, so this is who we'll go with. Yeah, we definitely want to arrange a marriage with my son. Where is he? Brian. There he is. Very good. Okay. So those two are taken care of. Then we need to pick an ambition. And the thing is, we can become a paragon of virtue, become exalted, become king. So obviously we want king, even though I'm probably not going to pull that off in my lifetime. If anything, my son might be able to pull it off. But we're going to do it anyway. Okay. Alright, so that's our ambition. We can press de jure claims. We're not pressing any claims right now. The first thing I'm going to do is try to accumulate money so that I can hire mercenaries when the time comes to start taking land. Because I always end up not having enough troops, especially in the beginning when I only have one vassal to call upon for levies and my own county's levies. So that's going to be important. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now we can pick a character focus. And generally I just kind of want to stick with the war focus. But I'd really like to be able to make money in the first place. This is a difficult choice for me. My marshal could be better though, so I think I am going to go with war because we get the +3. So that'll be our focus. Minor titles, I'm not going to worry about those right now. And we have idle council members because we haven't basically put our council together and made sure everything's working. So that's where we're going next. And I realize that, yeah, it takes a long time to kind of get started in the game, but don't worry. I don't want to rush it. But we may not see all that much action today, but we will get things situated. Okay, so that Chancellor, that's a horrible rank for a Chancellor. That's terrible. It's almost as bad as our Steward. So we've got to find somebody with a better diplomacy skill, but usually what this means in the beginning is that I don't have someone. I have to wait till more people come to court, but let's see if we can find someone better. Oh, we already got someone better. There's a 9. My vassal, he's not already doing something, is he? Oh, he's the current one. Oh, I was looking at the wrong. I was looking at learning. I'm sorry. Holy shit! Holy shit! That's an 18. Okay, this dude. Who is he? He's my cousin. Look at that. Hell yes. That is good. That's very good. All right, we'll assign him a task after we make sure we got the best for everything. Now this marshal, that's pretty damn good. You know, a martial skill of 15. I'm not seeing anything higher than that. Now our steward, it just sucks really badly. He's also a bishop, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but I don't trust him with my money one bit. I just really don't. Let's see. Oh, I appreciate that, Adderla. No, don't worry. No, I have no problem reading that. That's not a problem. So Adderla tells me there's a streaming software bundle on Humble Bundle for $1 to $12. Shit, I'm gonna have to check that out later. Thanks, Adderla. I didn't even know. I always forget to check Humble Bundle, and they always have some good stuff going on. Alright, anyway. So stewardship, look at this. Stewardship of 13. Yeah, I like that. Now, who the hell are you? Like, we're just someone from the court. That's fine. And their opinions are all doing pretty well of me right now. Now, our spymaster doesn't like me all that much, which could potentially be a problem. So, I might want to give him an honorary title. Like, make him Master of the Horse. And that'll increase his opinion of me by 5, so now it's at 7. And let's check our chaplain here. He's got a learning of 10. He appears to be the best, and that kind of sucks. Alright. So we got our council set, now we got to assign them things to do. Let me start with the marshal. I want him to train troops, make sure that my levy rate and levy reinforcement rates are good, and I'm going to do that, of course, in my own county. The streaming software bundle lasts for 8 days, according to Adderla, which is pretty sweet. Alright, the steward. I want the steward to basically collect taxes, because I need that money to start building so I can eventually buy mercenaries. My spymaster. Now here's the thing. I probably want him... Normally you would send him to, like, Byzantium or something to research technology, but that doesn't even exist right now. Or Constantinople, like it's not at the peak that it needs to be. So I'm going to have him probably build a spy network here in my vassal's county, because You never know when your vassals are going to start plotting against you. Here I want to research cultural tech in my home county. And the only thing left now is our chancellor. So we have to decide who it is we're going to want to take first. And we're not going to move on anyone soon, but we will in a couple years probably, maybe a year or two once we get enough money. The question is, who do we take? The places in yellow means we have a claim. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, we have a casus belli. So we could go to war with them if we wanted, but as you can see, look at the size of this place. You know what I mean? I believe it tells us... doesn't it tell us how many levies they can raise? I'm trying to remember if that's... Could have sworn there was somewhere you could look on here to find out exactly how many levies they can raise. Is it here? Ah, here it is. Yeah, so they've got a levy of 1,088, and that's just not cool. Like, as an example, to relate it or compare it, this smaller county here has a levy of, well, even more. Well, I'll be damned. So, yeah, so that is not good. Oh, man. Yeah, so we're going to need a lot. I mean, I can raise a pretty decent amount of levies myself. You can see that right there. I could also check it from my military screen. You can see it all here. But my vassal, I only get 375. That's just weak. Anyway, so we really can't do anything right now, but what we want to do is start getting claims on these places where we don't have a casus belli, so that's where I'm going to send my, what do you call it? My council, my chancellor. There we go. So fabricate claims, so he'll work on that. Now he's got a fantastic diplomacy skill, so that should actually happen pretty quickly. And that is it for now, which means we can actually get time running. And we're going to do that right now. We're going to start it off relatively slow, just because I want to kind of wait for the marriages to happen and see how things change. Okay, so this is my son, so this is all good. Now we can either gain some gold or gain prestige. At this particular time, even though I want gold, I also need prestige, so I'm going to take prestige once, and I'm going to take the gold for my own wedding. Alright, so obviously my son's wife has arrived at our court. Now, here is my particular marriage thing, that, you know, there's an agreement. And there she is, she has arrived at the court. It doesn't seem... Am I going to get the choice to keep the money or whatever from the... I don't remember, but we'll see. Okay, now let me switch over to realms, and we can see what's going on. So, England is surprisingly well put together right now, which could quickly change, as we know. Not only because of William, but also because of King Harold over here in Norway. That's the guy who runs that place, but that's not the king. There's the king. There's Harold. Oh, damn, Poco, that's a good point. I could have married a woman from a neighboring state, got an alliance. But, yeah. Alright, so let's speed time up a little bit more. And, of course, what we're doing right now is we're trying to just make some money. We're only getting a little over 3 gold a month, so right now it's just a joke. But we gotta wait for different events to happen, different stuff like that. In the meantime, I just want to keep my eyes on what's going on around me. Make sure there's no wars going on over here. In fact, I'm going to put my message log up just so I can kind of see what's going on, even though it gets really confusing. So Poco is rooting for Norway to take England. As you can see, there it is. King Harold of Norway is already besieging the barony of York. So that's already begun. Of course, I don't have the best vision of it because I don't have anyone located there, but we can kind of see what's going on. Over here, who's fighting here? This is where Duke William is fighting. Okay, so all that stuff's going on, but luckily it doesn't concern us right now. That's the important thing. Okay, so we can righteously imprison... Wait a damn minute. Alright, hold on, I gotta pause the game. Okay, first of all, this dude died, and it looks like he was in my line. Who is he? He's a half-brother, and he's dead. I don't care. Now, over here, the righteous imprisonment. This guy is mad because he's not on the council. And this is my only vassal. And he's not on the council because look at his stats. He sucks at everything. Why the shit would I put him on the damn council? Yeah, Poco, the pause with space, that's the way to go. Okay, so anyway, look, he hates me. Now I could imprison him, but I mean, he's my vassal. Would I have to install someone else in that county? That just seems like a lot of trouble. I'd kind of like, I don't think I can give him enough gifts. Well, I'm not going to give him a gift because I'm not losing money right now. Alright, what do you think? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Poco thinks I should imprison him. Adderlo, if you're still there, let me know what you think. Should we just imprison this son of a bitch? Because we do have evidence that he's the leader of a plot against me. Yeah, Adderlo, you get half of your wife's trait. And I think you also get your council stuff added to it, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong about that as well. I would consider bribing him, Adderla, but I need money really badly right now, so I don't want to bribe him. So I think we're gonna have to imprison him. Even though, trust me, I definitely would choose bribe if I could, but it's just not. We're gonna imprison his ass. Now here's the thing: we only have a 55% chance of success. So if we fail, it could get ugly, and I could end up fighting him. So things are about to get really interesting. So let me save before we go any further. This is probably a good idea. Oh, I can take his money too. Well, now we're speaking my language. Alright. Let's go down here to the main menu. We don't want to save quit, we want to save. Let's call it, well, Moo is good enough. Isn't a Moo like a maternity dress or something? I thought about the honorable title also, Adderla, but here's the thing. This would give him 10 if I gave him like the designated regent, which I will not, which would get him to -30. This would get him to -25, this would get him to -20, and that would get him to -15. So even if I gave him all of this shit, he'd still hate me. Imprison him, banish him, and give his title to your son. Now that's interesting, Poco. Alright, so we're going to imprison, and hopefully this works. We got a better than average chance, but I don't know if it's going to work. Let's find out. It worked. Okay, so he is safely locked away in my dungeon. Now, as a result... no, that's our claim on Hungary. Okay, send up there. So, you see he's imprisoned. So if we go, like Poco was suggesting, and talk to my son, if I go to... I can't... For some reason, I can't... Yeah, I think it falls to probably my imprisoned vassal's heir. Let's double check. Well, his only heir is 1 year old. But he is the heir. So I think I'd have to get rid of his son, too. That's a lot of trouble. You can tell this dude really hates me now, but guess what? He's in prison, and I don't give a shit. But that's going to mean we're going to get trouble here, so that's why I'm lucky I have my spy master here. Alright, well, we'll see how that unfolds. We'll see what happens. Let's get time rolling again. Let me pause. You have to banish him in your espionage tab. Ooh. Like... Release, ransom, execute. Where would we find the banishment? Banish imprisoned. There we go. Banished characters might escape with their lives, but they are forced to abdicate their titles, and their wealth is confiscated. Yes, that's brilliant, Poco. We're doing this. Now, do I really have to kill his son? If he's banished, will his son go with him? Or will his son stick around? That's the question. Okay, we're going to banish him, and then if we have to still deal with his son, we'll kill the little bastard. Okay, so here's the thing. If I banish him, my vassal's opinion goes down. He's my only vassal, so I don't care. And I'll lose 10 piety, and guess what? I've got 16, and I don't care. Boom. So, Earl Olav has inherited... That's my... Oh, that's his son! Yeah. I have to kill his son. That's unpleasant. Considering he's 1 year old and he doesn't really hate me. I don't know, I mean, couldn't I... Well, I guess once he gets older, he'll learn to hate me. So... Characters with landed titles will dislike you for having vassals and owning titles that are de jure part of their domain. Could we transfer vassalage instead of killing him? Because I don't think this is gonna work. Oh shit! The plot power is great. All right, Poco, this is on you. Okay, if this all goes wrong, everybody blame Poco. But we're gonna plot to kill his son. Okay, so King Murkad has decided it's time for Earl Olav to depart this world, even though he's only 1 year old. His backers will look for opportunities to kill him. Well, his father's banished, which means his father lost his titles and his wealth. So his father is no longer... He's no longer, like... It's not possible for him to inherit. Only his son. So if I kill his son, obviously his son... Oh my god, then there's another heir, right? Oh no, that's his father, I'm sorry. Well, hold on. Okay, his grandfather's dead. Now see, yeah, now his grandmother, she's not an heir to anything. That's his father, who's been banished. Oh, it is, you're right. So I probably should have killed his father from the start. Now see, the plot power to kill his father is nowhere near as strong as the one to kill the son. So what happens if I kill the son? It says his father's the heir, but I banished him, so I don't think he can become the heir. Let's just see what happens as an experiment. Let's plot to kill the son and just see what happens. Does that sound good to y'all? I think that's what I want to do. Just because this is an interesting situation, I think. Do it. Alright, let's do it. Alright, see, our plot power is amazing. We're gonna kill this dude. Okay, so let's get this going again. I'm gonna watch over here. This should... Yeah, for science, Adderlow, that's right. What's gonna happen? Kill this little bastard, please. I might speed things up just a tad. Intrigue. My plots. The plot power is only 71%. Okay, so you realize that to become a great... We finally get an event. You realize that to become a great fighter, you would need to get in better shape. There's a great path in nearby woods, so let's go running. Now, as you should know with this game, we can either improve our skills through these events, or we can end up suffering horrible injuries. Sometimes you just don't have a choice, so let's go running. You have to invite people to play. Oh! No wonder my plots never work, Poco. Your ability to take down any man in a brawl is widely renowned. Renowned. Pay attention, Paradox. Many speak of your prowess and how it would be unwise to pick a fight with you. So we gain 100 prestige. Holy shit. Alright, so I'm going to pause. So, the box next to the question mark. Auto-invite plotters. Is that what you're talking about, Poco? Because I guess otherwise we'd have to go through individually and find out what everyone thinks. But we can do auto-invite. Yeah, let's do that auto-invite. Cool, alright. And when I get this back, let me slow it back down to kind of normal speed again. So that's how you can manually invite, but we got the auto-invite going, so hopefully that'll work. And hopefully we'll see this gain strength over time. Like if we went here, we could choose individual people. And as you can see, we got the plot power right here. So if I got my Spy Master... Oh, here we go. I've managed to let my courtiers take the blame when things go bad. Oh, good. Who are we blaming for what? What is going on here? However, by careful manipulation of my court, I've managed to let my courtiers take the blame when things go bad, right? So I can either make this dude take the blame for something going bad, and he's my chancellor. Or I can let all these other courtiers have their opinion drop. Including my wife. My wife, my half-brother, my nephew, my steward. Oh, this sucks. This sucks really bad. Well, I'd rather have one person get pissed off than a bunch of them, even though this guy's my chancellor. And he's like an amazing... You know what? I'll get him to like me by bribing his ass or something. So he's going to get the blame. Let me pause for a second. Oh, God. Alright, let me go to my council real quick. So as you can see, people are not liking me right now for various reasons, and we know why this guy doesn't. I mean, that makes perfect sense. So we have some damage control to do. So what I'm going to do is, since I don't want to lose gold if I don't absolutely have to, I want to award an honorary title just to get him into the positive with me. And none of these are going to get him into the positive. They're only going to give me +5 unless I gave him this, and I'm not going to make him the regent because then he has a reason to kill me and my son. I'll give him High Almoner, though. I think I can give him another one, right? So, yeah. Oh, but just regent. Shit. That's not going to happen. How about... God, this is not looking good over here. My spymaster especially is not someone that needs to be hating me. All I can do is regent. Unless I want to bribe people. Like, I can send him a gift. 15, we're going to have to do that, because I can't have my spymaster plotting against me. That's just not going to work. I might even spend a little more right here. We'll deal with the steward and the court chaplain momentarily, but for now, we've had to expend a little gold. That sucks. Let me save real quick. Okay. Okay, seems like you have to bribe one of the people to join your plot, so we'll do that. Alright, so we'll go to intrigue. Auto-invite really isn't doing shit. Now, you see that they're not willing, usually. Now, right here, he might be persuaded with a bag of gold. But obviously, they're ranked by... Well, they're not ranked by the percentage. This is who I would really like to have, my spymaster, because look at the plot power I would get. However, he's not willing to do it. And they're not bribable, I don't think, unless this little hand thing is here. So if we want someone to join, let's click on this dude and say invite to plot. I don't even think I have to pay him, necessarily. Oh, the answer is no. So I do have to pay him. So, if I send a gift of 15, is this how I bribe? Or can we bribe from... Okay, so auto-invite only works if people want to join. Those bastards. So my question is this how I bribe him? Or is there something here I'm missing? She says, might be persuaded with a bag of gold. But when I click on that, nothing happens. Now if we go choose... No, I don't want to plot against him. Let me go back to the intrigue tab. Yeah, you bribe by sending gift? Okay, cool. That's what... Well, let's just see what the hell. You know, we're already losing money head over fist here. Or hand over fist, I'm sorry. What the hell am I saying? Alright, so we're going to send him a gift. Bag of gold. Now, if I invite him to the plot, his answer is yes instead of no. Awesome, it worked. So now if we go back to the intrigue screen, we've got a backer, and that should help this to rise. So let's unpause, shall we? Interesting. So this dude wants to become counselor. That's okay. Oh, look at our plot power. Look at that. Oh, yeah. So higher plot power will unlock more special plot decisions and events. Having your spymaster build spy network at your plot target location will further increase, which we are doing. We got 115%. So this is all very unpleasant, I realize. Banishing and killing all the family members of my only vassal, just so I can give his county to my son, basically. And my son was going to inherit my county eventually, but that's not enough. Alright, let me pause so I can just see what this is. Okay, so the Holy Roman Empire, yeah, they're all in their shit with the Catholic Church, and I'm not interested in any of that, because we are, thank God, isolated from it, even though obviously the Catholic Church has a significant presence here. Let's get going again. Yeah, I guess that's the truth, Pogo. You gotta do that dirty work. Killing and bribing. Okay, so a new bird has arrived in the Muse, and a new book on the art of writing poetry is in the library. So I can either read a book, 50% chance that it's filled with bunkum, is that what that says? Or inspiration, and the hunt. We can have disastrous falconry, which probably means I would get hurt, and fortunate would be good. I think this is safer. Plus my learning sucks. If this will... Yeah, Adderlo, you want as many kids? Well, see, that's the thing. You do want a lot of kids so that you can basically use inheritance and such to spread out your domain, but at the same time, the more kids you have, the more pretenders you have. Well, it depends on what kind of succession you choose. But I find that the kids just lead to trouble. Anyway, we're going to read a book. You should get a daughter as an ambition, and that would be good. The poetry book is really inspiring. Awesome. So give me a quill, and look at that, our diplomacy is going to go up once. That is awesome. 31 total state diplomacy. Alright, I like that. Yeah, it would be nice to have a daughter. But... Was that one of my ambitions that I could have chosen? I don't even remember. I think it might have just said have a... Well... I don't know. Hey, look at that! Oh, that's my son. Well, my son just had a daughter. So that's almost as good, right, Poco? Because I'll be my son after I die. And they named her Immer. Alright, cool. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, who is Amelgade? My steward. My liege, I have a great idea for a monument. Something to raise our cultural status and make the people notice what a great ruler you are. I would require some gold. Of course you would. And your patience, and it would take a year. You want 39 gold. However, that would improve his opinion of me, and he's not looking so good. So honestly, I really hate spending all this money, but we've got to. There's just these little damn things that always get in the way. But see, we got positive relations with most of the people on the council. Except for the chaplain, obviously. But again, I'm not all that concerned about him, to be perfectly honest. In fact, pause just so I don't miss anything. I'm going to see if we have a better learning option yet, and we don't. That sucks. What the hell's wrong with my spy master's eyes? Yo, I think he's on acid. And he's usually on acid. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, he discovers lots of plots that don't exist, but he also catches the ones that are there. He says he's erudite, you know, he's a scholar, he's an elusive shadow, he's zealous, he's arbitrary, and he's envious. Maybe that's envy in his eyes, I don't know. Oh, you meant Steward? Well, I'm looking at this guy, and he's got some crazy eyes, too. Steward apparently had... Oh, I see. I wonder if he had his eyes gouged out or something. Yeah, he's blinded. I have never seen that before. Now, I don't know if that means he was born blinded or if he was... No, he would be blind if he was born blind. The fact that he was blinded means he was blinded, which means somebody must have gouged his eyes out. You know, that happens sometimes. Shit, I didn't even notice that. But see, he's Midas touched. That's a great steward right there. That's why I had to make him like me. Maybe I could bribe him with some eyes. Anyway, let me unpause it here. So I know it seems like a lot of time has passed, but it really hasn't. Like, it's only been 2 years so far. Bards and minstrels are doing this. I can gain the trait of poet, which would give me more diplomacy and Same trait opinion. I don't know what that means. I don't want prestige. I'm going to do this. Give me that diplomacy. Cool. Yeah, that's normal, Poco. Yeah. Welcome to Ireland in 1068. Alright. So we're still waiting to kill the damn kid, even though, oh, we got someone else in the plot now, so the auto-invite found somebody else. My steward is... Oh, my marshal is the new one. Okay. How is it so difficult for us to go into my own county, my own vassal county here, and kill a 1-year-old? Or I guess he's like 2 or something now. Yeah, my co-conspirator, Mayor Ruman, has managed to get to one of the maids near Urlaw. For a princely sum, she has agreed to solve our little problem for us. What is a princely sum? I don't care. Alright, please kill the kid. I'll take things you don't hope that you'll ever say for 500, Alex. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're right, Adela. Does need to look. Failure! Earl Olaf frightened off the maid with his wailing, but she was caught and exposed my involvement. Poco! Poco, this is your fault. Oh, God. Alright, so the plot was revealed, and that's obviously not good. Luckily, no one on my council seems to care. Most of them were involved. But obviously, this dude is not... He does not like me anymore. Oh, that sucks. What are we going to do now? Okay. If the center cannot hold, outflanking the enemy is Trickster, Battlefield, Trainmaster, flank. I want Flanker. I think flanking might be more important here militarily. And this has to do with the phases the battles go through once you're in a battle. It's not something that you can really directly affect, but like if I get Flanker, you know, my flanking is, you know, up 20%. I'm going to go without flanking. Because the center cannot hold. That's from a Yeats poem. Alright, you're not fooling anyone. And Yeats was Irish. What a coincidence. Okay, so my liege, there's a rumor here in this place that one of the local nobles might be corrupt. Handled wisely, this could be... Ooh. Use it as you see fit, my friend. I don't like anyone in this place. Earl decided to not... This kid decided to not risk upsetting his vassals and confess to the allegations. Whoa! You gotta be kidding me. Did we just blame something on a 2-year-old and it worked? We just got... Alright, take a moment to appreciate this. We just got a 2-year-old to admit to corruption. That is fantastic. And as a result, we get 50 gold somehow. Holy... you know what, Poco? Maybe I spoke too soon, Poco. Things are working out just fine. Okay. So I got the game paused now because we're nearing the end of the stream. I'm not usually able to make it a full hour because it just work shit these days, but I'll try to get full hours in soon because we're gonna need some time with this game, and I'm really glad that you guys like it because I really love this game and I gotta get better at it. Kids start saying no at the age of 3. We got him just in time, Adderla. Alright, so that's going to be it for today. As always, my gratitude is extended to everyone and anyone who's watching, although it's usually a very small number of people. And especially to everybody in the chat, our regulars, our stalwarts, Poco and Adderla. Poco and Adderla, you guys are invaluable. I love the advice you guys give me, so we got to keep that going. And we should be here tomorrow. Let me think. Ah, damn it. I guess it's possible I might be gone tomorrow. But I might be here tomorrow, but I'll definitely be here Wednesday again. So we're going to keep this going, and we'll see where we can take this. And the thing that feels really good is I don't have to take full responsibility. I can blame things on Poco. Or maybe blame it on Adderla every now and again, too. But I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, but if not, I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you guys a lot for being here.